the healing of this boy is one of the incidents, or I should say one of the few incidents where we see Jesus upset. And he was upset actually with the father of the boy. Which means also Jesus can be upset with parents that keep their children away from him. The reason that makes Jesus upset is the notion that people have that God is only needed to protect children, but He's not good enough to be the focal point in the life of children. It's good to bring children to God for blessings and protection, but that's where the line is drawn. We don't want more involvement of God's in our children's life. That's the notion that we see here. The healing of the epileptic boy also shows that the grace which has been bestowed upon the church cannot be activated without the faith of parents. Jesus also, through his indirect response to the apostles, emphasized the importance of controlling and filtering the consumption of children, whatever they consume, when he responded to the disciples when they asked him, "Why could we not heal the boy?" Jesus said, "This kind never comes out except by prayer and fasting." So they asked him a question, and his answer was indirect. Matthew chapter 17:21. This kind never comes out except by prayer, was the first part of his answer. This is Jesus' direct emphasis regarding the importance of teaching children prayer, how to pray, how to be engaged in prayer. Children need to learn the habit of prayer, and they are very much capable of praying. As a side note, every time we have a Bible vacation, summer Bible vacation, or we have days of activities with children that has a lot of various activities, the one most popular activity, the activity number one that is more popular among children is the prayer time. It's not any of the other activities. Families should establish the routine of prayer at home for the sake of protecting their children against anxiety and every emotional distress. Sunday's divine liturgies are crucial to provide the essential nourishment for the souls of their children. We say in the Lord's Prayer, "Give us this day our daily bread." Our daily bread is a reference for the needed grace that feeds our souls. As I said, Jesus said, this kind never comes out except by prayer and fasting. So the second part of his answer touched upon fasting And fasting here does not only refer to not consuming food or not consuming certain type of foods. Food in general has a wider understanding. It can refer to all the intakes that come into our soul. This includes the intakes that come through ears, eyes, touch, and feeling. The sacraments of the church, its worship, its music, its poetry, its art, come in very handy to satisfy the tangible hunger of children, or comes very handy to be the most suitable bread or nourishment they need. In such a way, the void where unnecessary things can be filled. If children, nourishment is not the sacraments and the prayers of the church, there is a void and a lot of stuff can get in. But when that void is not empty, the unnecessary things or the harmful things will not be able to come into that void. And as such, a lot of things can be decreased from emotional, mental, or physical harm that is being inflicted upon children. In conclusion, I would like to summarize by saying, Jesus is not an optional commodity in our lives and in the lives of our children. Jesus is the very essence of our life.